Okay, hopefully it's recording because
Yeah, it is.
so today's episode is going to be about yesterday was the anniversary of the Perryville tornado,
Yes,
but
it was.
I wanted to go more in depth into the outbreak itself.
Absolutely.
The outbreak itself because I have on a tab over here, I have the tornado surveys from the Paducah office that they did. So the first tornado that they list here is a tornado that occurred in Mississippi County, Missouri. This was rated EF1 with estimated winds of 100 miles per hour. This tornado was on the ground for 15 miles. It
Wow,
went
that's a long
across
time.
New Madrid and Mississippi counties. A garage was completely destroyed, along with a roof damage to the home. Several barns were damaged. Dozens of trees were either uprooted or had large branches broken off. Numerous power lines were snapped or blown over. Dozens of interrogation systems were blown over. This path occurred within an area of widespread wind damage over these two counties. And then the second tornado that they list here is the Perryville tornado, which was rated a high end EF4.
Yes, it was. I remember this
It
night.
was it was rated high end EF4 with 180 miles per hour as the max winds. Path length was 50.4 miles. The maximum width of the tornado, at least on this listing, is zero point 0.6 miles, which I think it was a little wider than that when it was going into Randolph County, to be completely honest with you.
What
Um,
um uh
This
what makes
tornado
what make
had one fatality and 12 injuries. This tornado started at 7:55 p.m. on the 28th, 4 miles west northwest of Perryville, near Parker Lake. The tornado quickly became violent, reaching EF4 intensity and leveling 5 homes as well as other structures just west of I-55, about 3.5 miles northwest of Perryville. This is the Kyle Lane and County
people
Road
from
806 area. Numerous uninhabited cars from a salvage yard were blown into or over I-55. The lone fatality occurred when an I-55 southbound vehicle was intercepted by the tornado. As the tornado tore east, it caused the area of great home and property damage 3 miles north of Perryville in the vicinity of US 61 and Moore Drive. 3 homes were leveled on the west side of US 61, with dozens of other homes and structures destroyed. Several of the injuries occurred in this area. In addition to the leveled homes in Perry County, at least 100 other homes received moderate to major damage as the tornado continued east across Perry County. It leveled or nearly leveled two additional homes and destroyed numerous other homes and structures. The tornado reached its greatest width as it approached the Mississippi River, where it also exhibited multi vortex characteristics at this point, yielding 3 district convergent areas within the parent vortex. This was also indicated via ground scouring that they saw later in the survey, or
yeah.
disturbances marked to bare ground, just west of Mississippi River. The tornado then ripped across the southern tip of Randolph County, Illinois, just south of Rockwood. It continued its northeast northeast path across Jackson County, Illinois, just passing south of Ava, immediately south of Virgins. Many thousands of large trees were snapped and uprooted, and dozens of homes and other structures were damaged or destroyed across Jackson and Franklin counties. The tornado remained very intense and wide, at least 1/3 of a mile wide, nearly leveling a home as it passed between Elkville and Dowell, Illinois, and, and into Franklin County with unhabitable ailing intensity. A home was leveled 1.75 miles south of Mulkeytown. Very soon thereafter, the tornado began to rapidly weaken before dissipating 1.8 miles southwest of Christopher. The tornado lasted an astonishing 1 hour and 2 minutes and was the longest track tornado in the coverage area of NWS Paducah since April 22nd of 1981. And since another EF4 tornado back in April 22nd
Yeah.
of 1981.
As you was talking, I was trying to show like images and radar loops of that, but how are you all doing? I know it's been a time since we've seen a Mason on here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna say what's up to Mason, everybody. Welcome him back. It's good to have you back, buddy. I'm glad we can do an episode together again. It's been I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been I'm kind of boring without you on here, bud. You know what I'm saying?
It's been 3 months, so
I know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
let's get back to the
yeah.
The surveys.
Yeah, I was just wanting to welcome you back to the stream, bud.
So, around 4 a.m. on the 1st, my parents got a tornado warning at 4 in the morning. We got another tornado warning at 4 in the morning.
On the 1st, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So this tornado was rated an EF0. It touched down 8 miles west-southwest of Carbondale and lifted 4.5 miles west of Carbondale. This was a weak tornado that skipped along this path, producing mainly tree damage consisting of broken tree branches. This was an EF0 with 75 mile per hour winds, was on the ground for 4 miles. And then another tornado for Williamson County. This tornado touched down 2.2 miles southeast of Carterville, Illinois. A weak tornado skipped across this path, producing mainly tree damage consisting of, it's saying the same description as the last tornado.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This tornado ended 3.5 miles north of Marion. And if that Perryville tornado didn't occur, the Williamson County and the Williamson County tornado would have been stronger.
Absolutely.
Because all the inflow was sucked into that.
I know. I saw that. That was crazy.
I think there was I think at some point we went ahead and heard very strong inflow because that tornado was less than half a mile from my house.
Man.
And then let's talk about the White, Posey, and Gibson County tornado.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did you say Posey? Because I think I have a picture for that. Hold on.
White County, Posey County, and Gibson County. White County, Illinois, Posey and Gibson County, Indiana.
Okay, let me go back to the picture I had because I had one like that pulled up. Let me go to that.
So I'm just gonna go into the overview of it.
Yeah.
This tornado was rated EF3. This tornado's peak winds was 152 miles per hour. This tornado was on the ground for 44.6 miles. Its peak maximum width was 440 yards, significantly less than the Perryville tornado, but it still produced damage and did still cause a fatality.
You said I'm a Poseyville. I got an image to show on the screen. Let me go.
A strong tornado touched down northeast of Carmi, Illinois, and almost immediately expanded to 400 wide. In White County, this tornado damaged or destroyed 35 structures ranging from homes to farm buildings to mobile homes. One resident told us that his home, which was severely damaged in this tornado, was also damaged by the tri-state tornado in 1925.
I have a picture of that. Let me pull that up
By
for
the
you.
time the tornado reached just west of the Wabash River, it was 1/4 of a mile wide. Numerous trees were snapped, uprooted across the county. The tornado passed into Posey County, Indiana, around 10:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. In North Posey County, the tornado damaged numerous trees, damaged or destroyed some barns, damaged about a dozen homes, including one house that was shifted off its foundation. One person who was camping was injured. The tornado crossed I-64 near the 10th mile marker. The tornado crossed into Gibson County around 10:16 p.m. Central Standard Time. In Gibson County, the tornado damaged or destroyed 106 structures. Of these, 26 were destroyed, 21 suffered major damage, 26 suffered minor damage, and 33 had minimal damage. At least one person was injured in Gibson County. Across Gibson County, the tornado probably averaged 1/8 of a mile wide and peaked
As
at
seen right
1/4
here.
of a mile. Is that an actual picture of that tornado, Nick?
Yes,
Is that confirmed?
it's a tornado north of Poseyville. Yes. So as you can see,
Okay,
ladies and
so
gentlemen, this thing wasn't no tiny little rope or elephant trunk like you guys are used to. This thing was definitely a wedge. I think we can definitely say that, Mason.
yeah, with the weather service. So let's go ahead and go into the next tornado that's on this list
Yeah.
of tornadoes. So a tornado moved across the southeast portions of Trigg County, Kentucky, late in the evening of the 28th. This was on the ground from 11:30 to 11:38. This started 5 miles northeast of Linton, Kentucky, and then ended 3 miles southwest of Caledonia. An EF1 tornado made an 8-mile path across portions of southeast Trigg County. Hundreds of trees were snapped or uprooted, and one grain bin was destroyed. There was also substantial damage to numerous barns, and there were many homes with siding or roof damage. And then the next tornado.
Mason, I forgot to show this too. Hold on. I showed the picture. I didn't even realize I had this pulled up. Here you can see the here you can see the debris ball on it. The tornado picture must have been taken from Poseyville, like right about here, because here's the debris ball right here.
So with we had one last tornado to cover because
Yeah.
there is one more tornado that's on here.
All right.
So this tornado touched down at 5:25 in the morning on March 1st,
Yeah.
about half a mile east southeast of Cuba, Kentucky. The This tornado was rated EF2, even though this tornado was only on the ground for a mile and a half. It still was an EF2 monster with 120 miles per hour. The EF2 tornado destroyed a single family residence, removing much of the roof and other portions of the house. In a nearby cemetery, several grave markers were blown for distances up to 30 feet. One other home received minor damage, including broken windows. A machine shed was blown off its foundation, and a mobile home was blown partially off its foundation. At least a dozen trees were uprooted, with dozens of others sustaining broken limbs or trunks. Another shed and barn were damaged from straight line winds just south of the tornado track. And this was the final tornado that they classified.
Yeah.
And the bottom of this just tells you the Vegeta scales, classifications. Of course, EF0 is 65 to 85, EF1 is 86 to 110, EF2 is 111 to 135, EF3 is 136 to 165,
And EF4 is
EF4 is
166 to
166 to
200, and
200, and
F5 is
then
200 plus.
yes, and it is really raining outside right now.
I know, I know. Did you hear that? It sounded like it was sleeting for a minute there because it was coming down so
It
hard.
was. It was sleeting.
Okay, that's what that was. I was wondering what that was because it sounded like it was coming down hard on the roof, like I'm like glass scraping against the roof or something. But yeah, it's it definitely rained earlier. I will say that it just did it for like a few minutes, but after that it went away.
Well, it's still raining here, very strongly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um.
if you guys are wanting the forecast right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you because screw it.
Yep. All
Okay,
right. Do you want me to take that picture off screen? Okay. There you go. There you go.
so, so this is the current radar.
Yeah.
There's currently some. Okay, so the precipitation type isn't exactly working on this radar, so I'm just gonna have to use this part of the radar here. Over the past several hours, you can see Columbia, and Jefferson City. You guys have gotten a lot of rain slash sleet and snow. That's how it's looking on my screen here with that. Let's go back to radar real quick and show you what's going on. So, as we zoom into Randolph County, there is rain all over the area, including into New Athens, Columbia, Chesterfield, St. Charles. By the way, guys, Madison County, St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles County, you guys are under a winter weather advisory until 6 a.m. for heavy snowfall, which currently is happening in this area that I have my mouse on. So, so if you don't have to travel tonight, do not, as it is dangerous. Anyway, that's the only information that I have for you. Back to you, Nick.
All right, but back to what I was gonna say a moment ago. Mason happened to mention
Since
to
we have
me
a
that
active, situation going on.
an active situation. What do you mean?
We have so in the viewing area we have winter weather advisories.
Well, yeah. Let me
So
I'll let me get that on there. Hold on.
I did put the radar on the screen earlier.
Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. Okay, here we
Let me
go.
see if the terminal radar works with this.
This is currently what we have. Let me go to this.
Okay, okay, hold
Let me
on.
put it on a loop.
Okay, hold on. So I do. So there is a better
This is
look
the on
on
a
the
loop we
terminal
currently have
radar.
right now.
Night Macy. Uh oh, I was trying to put something up, then you replaced it.
Okay, go ahead. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I was just putting this up on screen.
So this is currently the terminal radar at Lambert Airport,
Yeah.
and yes, I can put it on loop. Hold on. It's better
You
to
can
put it on
see.
this.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, there is no rotation, guys.
Oh no, there's gonna be a snow NATO. Oh no.
Guys,
Yeah.
It is way too cold right now for tornadoes. Let's just
Yeah, I
remind
know
you
it's way
now.
too cold. It's way too cold. But however, Mason, did you hear about next week about how there's going to be a storm system moving through Oklahoma and Kansas, even some parts of Texas?
We are gonna be tracking that closely as that system will be giving us a lot of rainfall,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
beneficial rainfall, may I add, because we need
We've
the
been in a
rain.
drought for how long?
A while. I think we've been in drought for like 2 years
Yeah.
at this point. Right now we need flooding rain to get out of this drought.
I wouldn't necessarily say flooding rain. I would just say that, we've been in a drought for a long, long time. The only
We
rain we
need
kind of
13
had
inches of
last year was
rain.
that storm system that moved through early, or like in March and in May.
Nick, we need like 13 inches of rain to get out of drought.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot because we've been in drought for the longest time. Like I can't remember one day whenever it's rained like consistently, like
I
like
mean,
all
right
day.
now it is raining, but
Yeah, but you know what
wait, I
type of
think
rain I
that's
mean.
sleet.
It's not doing nothing here. It's actually pretty quiet here right now.
Yeah, it's pouring down rain here now.
It's actually pretty quiet here right now. I actually don't hear anything right now. I mean, it was coming down a little while ago, or it was earlier. It was coming down.
Well, this is moderate rain. So,
Yeah.
yeah, with this one. Um, I think that was all the information we had on this that tornado.
There was one more thing that I wanted to add to this episode. Do you want to go ahead and tell everyone our personal hand accounts of the Perryville tornado outbreak? Because I got a lot to tell.
We already did that in the first episode.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell the full story though. I'll try to summarize it briefly. But
You
basically,
said something about you were at your dad's and you were frantically freaking out. You called him. You were like, "You need to get your butt home now.
yeah,
There's
yeah, that's
there's
what I
a
said.
very bad storm coming in."
Yeah, because you know how it is whenever you message someone and tell them the weather's not that bad, and then my dad was like, "Yeah, son, it's bad, but it's not that bad." And then once I saw the debris ball on radar, I told him to hurry up and get home, and then right as he was getting ready to, as soon as I was getting ready to call him again, I looked on the TV, seen a debris ball, and then I called him, and then like a bunch of his friends texted him, and he started hearing the tornado sirens go off as he was driving through Percy to get back home, and
Yeah,
he was like,
because
"Okay, I'm on my way."
yeah,
And at
because they
that point,
had
I guess it kind of clicked.
when okay, so let me real quick go ahead and clarify some things here. So, with the Perryville tornado,
Yeah,
back in 2017, they set off the tornado sirens throughout the entire county.
I remember that vividly.
They set off the sirens throughout the entire county. They didn't go ahead and start doing just area based until after
Yeah.
that tornado.
He,
Um,
he, he just started driving through Percy, and I think he heard them going off, and I guess that's when the moment really clicked. I guess.
yeah, with the
What? Yeah, that I mean I get that's really the best way I can explain it because he kind of doubted and didn't believe it at first, but once he heard the sirens going off, I guess it clicked. But yeah, that was one of the craziest nights of my life because I came outside and then I could hear this. And dude, whenever I came outside to see what was going on, and mind you, don't ever do this if there's a tornado nearby, ladies and gentlemen, or if you're under a warning, go underground and get in your safe spot. But me, I was an idiot when this happened. I wanted to go outside and see what was going on. So I go outside, and I kid you not, it was almost like a scene from a movie. I go outside, and rain, normally that comes this way, was shooting away from me, and mind you, it was pouring down rain. There was lightning, just strike after strike, and it was raining, and it was getting hotter. I was like, why is it raining and getting hotter? Because it's supposed to be getting colder. and then to top it all
Well,
off,
with this tornado specifically, I'm showing this was the rotation from that tornado, the Perryville
yeah.
tornado that he's talking about. So right here is where that tornado was. There, it looked like this was sucking in outflow right here.
Do you think the storm was a HP mess?
It could have been
Yeah,
because
because
we had abnormal temperatures for the month of February.
yeah, I know. I couldn't.
We had temperatures in the mid to upper 70s that day.
Yeah, I remember going to school that day wearing shorts, and I'm like, wearing shorts in February. There's something going on here because this ain't right.
Yeah, there was a moderate risk of severe weather that day, and
Yeah. Do you want me to put that on screen?
I actually have so this is debris
Yeah, all
right
that is
here.
debris, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get that twisted. That's debris.
And that's showing up from St. Louis.
And mind you, all that red and green you see mixed together over there by rock with that like little red and green blip mixed together, that's the tornado.
It's this blue actually,
Well, yeah,
right
no, but
here.
no, but I'm talking like on the left side of the screen because we showed them the debris ball.
Yeah, by the way, this green stuff is I think debris lofted because
Oh, it's spreading out.
this was lofting heavy debris, and there was
Yeah,
actually debris found in Willisville. There was debris found in Campbell Hill.
yeah.
There was even debris found between. I think there was debris found in like Indiana,
So
central
this,
Indiana.
so this tornado was powerful enough to loft debris miles away from its starting point.
This um at some point I think Grant said this tornado was lofting debris up to 40,000 feet.
Wow, wow. For those that don't know, in order for a tornado to do that, it has to be extremely powerful. Like I'm talking like powerful to loft debris and spread it out.
Especially with the outflow was 100 miles per hour was the outflow. It had very violent outflow.
Yes, it did.
So it was, and there was no other thunderstorms to the south to go ahead and, I mean, this maybe.
Yeah, because there was a tornado that I think you mentioned a tornado that went through Kentucky earlier. Do you think that storm could have also went through Kentucky?
This storm, no.
No. The storm beneath it. The storm that looks
Beneath
like
it,
is that called Wittenberg?
yeah, it would not go into Kentucky. It would still go into Indiana.
Okay, that was one of the storms that went into Indiana. Okay.
But that storm was very weak.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever produced a tornado.
This storm definitely on this night it was definitely dominating the atmosphere. Definitely was.
At the time, the Perryville tornado was the strongest tornado that the Paducah National Weather Service area had ever
Surveyed.
surveyed until
And until
2021
Mayfield came
and
along.
until Mayfield and Marion.
Yeah, Marion the last year.
Because
Yeah.
Marion is now tied with that, and
Yeah.
we
We've had
have
a
to.
lot of EF4s in our area. We've around where we live. We've had this one. We had the one in 2006. We had the Marion tornado, and then we also
The one in
had
2006 went like this here,
yeah, but still that's
right,
kind
like
of
this
around
here,
our area. And we also
because
had an
it.
EF4 tornado strike near New Minden as well, I believe, back in 2013 during the same day as the Washington,
Oh,
Illinois tornado.
oh, you're talking about Washington County.
No, Washington, Illinois, up by
No,
Perryville,
no, with
New Minden.
no, got the New Minden because New Minden isn't it in Washington County?
It's up there by Nashville and
Yeah, it's in Washington County.
yeah, it's up by Nashville and Mount Vernon, I believe.
because it doesn't appear on the Paducah site
Yeah.
for some reason. So
You might have to go to the St. Louis one then, because yeah.
I mean, I know there is. I know that tornado happened because I did research a lot of tornadoes.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised there wasn't a tornado emergency issued with that debris ball and that tight rotation signature. I'm surprised it wasn't a tornado emergency.
well, you gotta think. It wasn't in their alert thing yet.
Yeah, but still.
Paducah did not add tornado emergencies to their warning list until 2019.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because if they would have added it beforehand, then this definitely would have been a tornado emergency, definitely. Because it's moving close to all these towns, and at this point, the rotation signature was super tight, and the debris ball was
I
crazy.
mean,
It was
all I'm gonna say is
spreading debris
if you
out.
guys get a PDS tornado warning,
Yeah.
get your butt underground because that's gonna do a lot of damage very fast.
Once again, do not do what I did and go outside and try to see what's going on. Get in your bathroom or go underground or if you
Nick,
or just get out of the way.
Nick, you are fine because you weren't in the warning.
You sure? Because I heard the Willisville sirens going off that night.
Because Perry County also did all county sirens, and it was
Yeah,
only
but
the tornado warning was only in effect for the south of the DuQuoin area.
yeah, but still, if there's a tornado coming for you or not, if you're under a warning, just take your necessary tornado safety precautions because I mean you don't want to become another statistic, ladies and
Nick,
gentlemen.
you are not under that tornado warning.
I could have swore I went outside and heard the sirens in Willisville.
Buddy, back in 2017, Perry County set off the tornado sirens throughout the entire county when one part of the county is under a warning.
Okay. Okay.
So the tornado sirens are going off because a part of Perry County was under a tornado warning.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like what happened with the Mayfield tornado. Parts of McCracken County was under the tornado warning, and the sirens in Paducah went off, but the tornado wasn't gonna come near that, right? Because that's the first thing that came to mind. Because I know that some parts of McCracken counties had their phones go off of whenever
Yeah,
the tornado went through.
yeah,
Yeah,
Trent Okerson's phone went off, I think,
yeah,
with that one.
yeah. And I just want to say though, this night would re-spark my interest for tornadoes because I quit researching them for a few years and quit watching videos and stuff about them. But this kind of re-interested me a little bit because it
Okay,
fascinated me.
so I may have to override real quick to see to show you radar again because
Yeah,
we are starting to get some strengthening in these showers here.
yeah, like in my
So we
heavier.
have some
Oh
we have
wow,
some heavier
it is
pockets.
definitely coming out now. I'm gonna grab my microphone and hold it near my window. Can you hear me?
So so right now right now there is some moderate to heavy showers in the New Athens, Lindbergh. Marissa is about to get some. Baldwin
And
is in the middle of some. Sparta as
and
well.
parts of Tillville,
Steelville.
probably Swanwick, Coderville, Cutler, Stillville, Pinckneyville, Evansville just got hit. It looks like even as far to the east as DuQuoin may get hit eventually.
And by the way, there's no chance of storms tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I need to take the storm things off because right now we don't need them. Okay, so
Yeah.
currently, yeah, there's this heavy pockets of rain here.
Near Sparta, Stillville. Eventually, it's gonna move as far
There's
to the
some in
east as
New
I believe
England.
Pinckneyville and Cesar.
I think Nashville, Oakdale, Ashley, Mount Vernon is also going to get this as
Yeah.
well. Right now,
Yeah.
let's switch to the Paducah radar.
Oh yeah, it's coming down pretty hard here now. Can you hear that?
This is from the Paducah radar here. Next Saturday, by the way, guys, we may get a lot of rain next Saturday. I'm just wanting to let you guys know of that so that you guys are weather aware. Anyway,
I'm trying to fix something on my ring light. You can keep talking. I gotta fix something on my ring light. Hold on.
okay. So with the weather right now, it is raining, as you can see with the radar.
Yeah.
We also have snow here, just north of St. Louis. The some For some reason the precipitation type isn't really working well.
So you said it's not working real well. You said.
Not really.
Look at the stuff that's going north of us.
Yeah, this is in the Lincoln, the Rushville, Astoria, Havana, Mason
Mason
City,
City, Atlanta, Lincoln.
Mount
Gonna be probably
Pulaski,
go north to
DeLand,
Decatur,
Champaign,
Monticello.
Danville, Gibson, Bloomington, Hudson, Colfax, pretty much areas in central Illinois. We're also seeing this in the Troy area as well as Bowling Green.
Yeah,
We have a mix of rain and snow here.
up by Troy and Bowling Green too, and Louisiana and New London too. And it may actually hit Grafton and by Hardin.
Yeah, the St. Louis radar is being weird tonight.
Yes, it is.
Jeez. I think we just got some thunder here.
Really? I didn't hear nothing. But Mason, do you think that pretty well covers it?
Yeah, I think that pretty well covers it. Like we've been talking about random
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with
information
throwing a little
throughout
bit
the
of
entire episode.
about previous weather and present weather. There's nothing wrong with that. But
I
ladies and
think
gentlemen, please welcome back Mason one more time to Roaring Skies, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you back, Mason.
yeah,
Good to have you back.
we're welcoming back the grind of hell. And we can keep that because I didn't say anything else.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Anyway, with all that being said, we're going to start doing TikTok live episodes.
Yeah.
You
I
guys,
forgot to mention that earlier.
so now we are on TikTok live. So I'm going to go ahead and go on my phone here. So with this one, there are going to be filters involved.
There's what?
There are going to be filters involved with this
Okay.
since I can.
That's fine.
Okay, let me see.
But yeah,
Okay,
I think that about covers it. Don't you
yeah.
agree?
All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great day.
Hope you have a
This
great rest
is
of your night and please stay safe if you are traveling.
Yeah, if you don't have to travel tonight, do not.